we are here right now because we just started doing reactions, like heavy reactions on the channel. And so this is like my pre-reaction ritual situation that's going on before I go record that. And if you guys want me to continue with these reaction videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Get these watch hours up so I can tell that y'all actually enjoy this content. Interact with this video so I know that y'all guys want to see more of this type of content. Anyway, man, let's get to this motherfucking video.
Yeah,
subscribe to Cap a Lot.
Go ahead,
Subscribe to Cap a Lot.
Subscribe to Cap a Lot.
So you can go subscribe to my man's Cap a Lot. Stop playing with him.
So hey guys, subscribe to Cap a Lot. Cap a Lot. Is it like Cap a Lot? Like subscribe to Cap a Lot, or subscribe to Cap a Lot, like all together.
Subscribe to Cap a Lot.
We're on day 2 of doing reaction videos. Hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, fucking with the hat. Say now, make sure you subscribe to bro down below. He was betrayed and left to the monsters, but it unlocks his hidden power, I would think is the next word. Anyway, let's get this video going.
As with any cap, this story begins as our injured protagonist named Ian stands at the edge of a cliff. He blames himself for being too weak, but finds relief in knowing that this will be the end. Ian throws himself off the edge and wonders if there was ever any point in him being alive in the first place. In the end, he was never able to accomplish a single thing, and now it's simply over. In his last moments, Ian thinks about how poorly he was treated and how his life was the worst. People treated him like garbage, and now he will pass away like the trash he is. A while
These characters in anime are usually the ones that come back with like the most badasses. Is that the most like epic looking glow ups in like training arcs?
earlier, we watch as a warrior takes on a giant rat monster. He does well to fend it off, but he gets impatient when his partner takes too long with her incantation. She eventually completes it and launches a powerful fireball that absolutely roasts the beast. With that done, the warrior calls on the trash picker of their team, and we see that it's Ian. Ian tries to tell the guy that his name isn't Trash Picker, but he ends up tripping, and Ian's teammates mock him for being so useless. The mage says they should pity him instead, because the Trash Picker isn't a high common class like they are. Instead, he's just low common garbage. Ian apologizes for falling, as he blames having to carry everything, but Zoe the warrior tells him to just hurry up and appraise the beast. It turns out that Ian's occupation is the low common appraiser. In this world, the goddess of light grants people a job at birth, and the goddess of darkness grants them skills. By training their skills, people can hone all kinds of abilities, but jobs are passed down through generations and can never be changed. Jobs are divided into 3 tiers. The highest tier is for the rare classes, which only contain a very talented few. This includes people like wealthy merchants and military strategists. In the middle is the high common tier, which includes people like his teammates, Zoid and Jolene. They are swordsmen, mages, and others who can fight. Lastly, the lowest tier is low common. These people are the peasants and appraisers who are unfit for battle. Jobs are inherited to children usually, so they can carry on their parents' trade. However, in Ian's case, he lost his parents very early, so he couldn't keep up the family business. Because of this, he decided to become an adventurer. He had dreams of becoming rich, but things never go as planned. Ian uses his appraisal skill and finds that the rat has an F rating for its rarity. That's as low as it gets, but surprisingly its incisors are a D rank. Ian fails to yank out the tooth, so he asks Zoid for some help. Zoid is insulted as he would never touch a filthy rat, and Jolene reminds Ian that handling trash is the trash picker's job. Zoid hits Ian with a rock and gets even more upset when Ian glares at him. He kicks our boy onto the ground, and Jolene reminds him that they are protecting him. She says that Ian should be more grateful, and Ian has no choice but to apologize. He knows that this world just isn't fair, so he gets back to work. His teammates continue to mock him as he simply does his job, and Jolene is disgusted by what he has to do. The two can't believe how much of a trash job appraising is, and they can barely watch as Ian must shove his hand into the rat's mouth. Ian can only agree with them because all he is good for is finding and carving materials out of monsters. It's pretty much the equivalent of rifling through trash. Zoid piles on by pointing out that Ian's only part of his party because he didn't want to put disgusting monster parts into his magic bag. The two call him the trash picker boy and tell him to hurry up so they can continue their mission. Ian does as they say because he has no choice but to endure. The only way he can survive in this world is by doing his job and picking through garbage. Moments later, Zoid can't believe their luck as they happen to find the corpse of a hellhound. Zoid sends the trash picker in to pick for parts, but Ian is hesitant. Guild Intel says that this type of monster shouldn't be in this dungeon. Of course, Zoid just tells him to do his job, and the two jerks think about everything they will do with the money. Ian's appraisal reveals that the Hellhound's parts have a B rarity, and he starts picking.
I'm enjoying doing not vlogging. This is not vlog content. This is reaction content. Pretty cool, pretty simple. Let me know in the comments if y'all like it. If not, I'll stop doing it. No, I won't.
It apart. Just then, Zoid notices that there's another Hellhound nearby, and excitedly tells Ian to do that one too. Ian is frozen in terror, however.
There has to be something stronger than those things that are killing them. Let's find out what it is.
As he's smarter than Zoid, and he notices that something is wrong. The map from the guild says that there should only be a single corridor. Zoid dismisses his concern by saying that the map is simply wrong, but Ian thinks this is a terrible sign, and says that they should leave. Zoid couldn't care less about his opinion, and tells Ian to just leave on his own. He's tired of all the back talk, so he threatens to fire Ian if he doesn't follow them. Zoid says that he won't even pay Ian what he's earned and gives him one last chance to change his mind. Ian is in a terrible position because not many parties will take someone with a worthless job like his. Being in Zoid's party is the only way he can make ends meet, so he has no choice but to follow. Ian is furious, but he knows that life is just not fair. A while later, Zoid is even happier when they find a ton of slain hellhounds. Ian is worried as he wonders what could be defeating these high-level monsters. If they were other adventurers, then they would have collected the items. Zoid isn't interested in using his brain, but Ian is terrified when he points out that several living hellhounds have appeared. The jerks finally realize that they're in serious danger, and Ian determines that the pack must have just been fighting over food. Jolene doubts they could even defeat one of these beasts, so they decide to run away. Running seems impossible as well, but Zoid comes up with a sinister plan. With evil in his eyes, he tells Jolene to cast
Despair. Okay, I'm just making sure that my recording is keep going. It's still going. I keep pressing the space bar on my laptop, thinking like I'm pausing the video on my TV, but I need the controller for that. I'm sorry I'm wasting your time, man.
It's a paralyzed spell on Ian. Ian is horrified, but Jolene is on board. She apologizes as she's not ready to die yet, and she paralyzes our hero. She explains that if he's lucky, the paralyzation will wear off soon, and he might even be able to get away before being torn to pieces. Zoid slams his foot onto Ian and tells the pack that dinner is served. Ian can only watch in horror as his teammates say goodbye and they leave him behind. He can barely get the words out as he begs for help, but it's too late. The pack descends upon Ian and begin tearing into him. Luckily, the pain cancels out the paralysis, and Ian is able to defend himself. Tossing his bag reveals all the apples he was carrying, and this buys him just enough time to escape. Ian limps away as fast as he can, but he is horrified to find that his treacherous teammates have blocked the exit. The traitors trapped him in, but luckily there's another corridor. Unfortunately, it just leads to a dead end, and the sounds of the hellhounds make it clear that Ian can't turn back either. Going forward means falling off the cliff to his demise, and going backwards means being eaten alive. Ian can only laugh as he is left with a horrible choice to make, and he blames his birth as a worthless appraiser. He became an adventurer in the hopes of changing his life, but he just ended up being mocked. Ian bowed his head to the mockers, but he still ended up just being abandoned. Ian once again blames his useless appraisal skill, but starts to wonder if it's really to blame. Just then, in a moment of clarity, Ian realizes that he's actually the one to blame. He just blamed everything on his job and ran away while placing limits on himself. Unfortunately, it's too late, but Ian has realized that it's all his fault for being so weak. Ian takes the plunge.
No, it's not. Don't never let anybody feel like they got the motherfucking power over you. Take another sip of my water. Action content.
And we hear what he said at the start. He was treated like garbage, and now he will die like trash. Moments later, we find the unconscious Ian in a strange place as a mysterious woman approaches him. She gives our hero a kiss on the forehead, and he wakes up a moment later. Ian is stunned to find that he's still alive, and somehow all his injuries have been healed. He is then amazed by a giant tree nearby that is surrounded by giant walls of water, and he uses his appraisal skill on a droplet that falls from the tree. The appraisal results stun our boy as it reveals that it's a droplet from the world tree. His appraisal of the tree confirms that it really is the world tree, but it shocks him because he didn't believe it actually existed. Legend says that long ago, the world had a single world tree. For people to produce the magic energy that they use day to day, they breathe in mana from the atmosphere and convert it within their bodies. The tree responsible for that mana is the world tree. Supposedly it withered away long ago, but no one could figure out how mana still existed. Geniuses assumed that other world trees must have existed, but despite exploring every inch above ground, none were ever found. That makes sense, because no one would think to look so deep down in a random dungeon. Ian can tell that the tree was what saved his life, so he thanks it, but he hears a voice nearby. Nothing is there, so he just ignores it, and he's surprised that there are no monsters nearby. Ian is left to wonder what his next move will be, because he is sure that the traders won't send for help, and he has no food. Ian can only move forward, so he thanks the tree one last time. As he leaves, we see that the mysterious girl from before appears, and she's worried about our boy. This is clearly uncharted territory, as none of this was on the guild map. Because of this, Ian fears that there might be monsters, even stronger than the hellhounds nearby. Those hellhounds messed him up pretty good, but Ian gathers himself as he has no choice but to move forward. His near-death experience has given him a new outlook in life, and he vows to never put limits on himself ever again. Armed with a rock, Ian makes his way through the dungeon, but he is shocked by the lack of monsters. This is of course a relief, and all that is left is to find a way out. Unfortunately, the nightmare has just begun, as something chops off Ian's ear. The pain is unbearable as he tries to get his ear back, but something slices off his fingers. Ian uses appraisal on the attacker, and he's horrified to find that it's an S-rank gremlin. The beast instantly cuts into him, and Ian is reminded that being able to learn his opponent's rank doesn't mean he is strong enough to fight it. Ian tries to escape, but he's at the monster's mercy. The gremlin goes in to end his life, but Ian is stunned to see that it stopped, and it's now trembling in fear. The gremlin gets absolutely crushed, and Ian is horrified to see that an S-rank death bear has appeared. The beast claws right through Aaron's face, destroying one of his eyes, and the bear begins to crush him. Ian gives up as he prepares for death, but a mysterious boy appears to say,
Bro, what the fuck? It just kept getting worse and worse.
Save him. The kid complains about a girl begging him to save Ian, and he tells our hero not to get the wrong idea. Ian loses consciousness, and when he wakes up, we see that his ruined eye has been replaced. He is back by the world tree, and is stunned once again to see that his wounds are healed. Ian sees the mysterious girl for the first time, and he is left speechless by her beauty. He compares her to one of the elves you see in fairy tales, and she gives our hero a smile. Thanks for watching my recap. Subscribe to the channel for more videos.
Well, that was another reaction, my friends. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I want to get to like 10 likes, please. I'm not asking for much. And then I'm like, low high. So I really don't care, but like I care at the same time.
Yeah.